That's the conversation we had last week.
Exactly. But what we say, what I'm trying to find is, one person accuses this well of being contaminated because of her grandchildren drinks it. Let me tell you, my staff drink it regularly, and they still turn up for work next morning.
Let me try and put it away, right? What I'm trying to explain is a member of the public has found it quite worrying that her grandchildren are drinking out the wells. That well is more contaminated with water now than it was when you were a kid.
Where's your evidence?
Right. The evidence is, it was stated in a council meeting by Councillor St John that that level of water level is now more contaminated than what it was, say, 10 years ago. I don't
Council,
right?
don't regulate water.
I'm trying to have a discussion, right?
Kevin, on a point of fact, I didn't say anything about last 10 years.
I just want to
it
know
was
where
last
the
10 years
information's coming
when
from.
Sid Bennett was alive.
Excuse me, I'm having a conversation in reply to a question. Now, this man just walked in. He gets up and doesn't ask to be excused. He walks around the table and just jumps walks.
But you're telling the truth, Councillor.
Did you not?
Opinions, fine. But facts shouldn't say.
Did you not say at a council meeting that water is contaminated?
Ah, that is not what you said. You said, oh, dear God.
So now you're twisting it. Did you say
I give up.
You say the water was contaminated?
Can I just respond to Kevin's?
I agree with what he says. It was a very
Can I just hear an answer to my question?
I'm trying to.
What level of contamination is it? Where's the facts of that contamination?
only when
What body is saying it? And why are you trying to put a sign on a well that you don't even own?
Listen, you wasn't listening to what I was stating in the meeting. Right? What I'm saying is, it was said in a council meeting, we'll forget who said it for the time being, it was said in a council meeting that water is becoming more polluted or contaminated. That's a fact, right? We have a resident who has concerns. I was the one that told you last week that if we were to have the water tested, the environment persons turn around and says that won't be sufficient for that moment in time. All I'm suggesting is that the council look at the issue of whether we take over that land again and whether we should consider putting a sign up. I've put it for debate. I haven't said anything about that water is contaminated. You're making a lot of assumptions.
I'm not making my own assumptions. You said that the water is contaminated.
No, I didn't say it. I've just said to you, you've not listened to what I've said.
Well, somebody said, I've listened.
I've said it was said at a council meeting that the water is contaminated. I didn't say it was contaminated.
Right, Clive.
Simply, can I just ask you this then? Who's got the facts at level of contamination? What is it contaminated with? Why do you want to put a sign on a well you don't even know? And why do you want to waste council time messing about with an issue which 150 years of drinking water in this village has never hurt anybody?
Can I just answer that?
Good question.
Can I make this last? I'm not wasting time because it's been brought to me by a resident and I've taken it up as a borough councillor. All I've done so far, Mrs Waller was under the impression, because I think one of her grandchildren was ill after, and he's told her that he'd drunk water from the town wells, and that's what's raised her concerns. Now I know you said your staff drink it, but we're probably talking to somebody that's a lot younger who might react differently to whatever's in that water. We don't know. I don't know what's in the water. Nobody knows what's in the water. It's not been tested recently, as far as I know. And that's why I've tried to facilitate this meeting between the parish council, the borough council, the guy that's, if he comes out, is in charge of environmental matters anyway, so he knows what he's talking about, hopefully. And the idea is to try and look what options we've got. I didn't say nobody said we were going to test it. It wouldn't be down to us, it would be down to the borough if they decided to do it. But his opinion was that you could test it at 12 o'clock one day and test it at 12 o'clock the next day, and you probably get two different readings, and nobody really knows where this water's coming from or what it's passing through before it gets there. And that's the only reason it's being raised. I'm not about to put a sign up, I'm trying to find out what we can do, and if there is a problem, there's nothing being decided. It's just trying to sort the thing out, so we've got some answers. Is it going to come out? Yes, it's going to come out, and the comment was that he made was, have there been any reported incidences of people being violently ill after drinking the water down there? Well, nobody knows, because you've got to go to the GP's practice, and people probably don't think they might have had that water, but they could eat something else the same day, and you can't You can't really say, well, it stems from that. So unless you get an epidemic of people going to the GP saying, we've all been drinking water an hour later from the wells, an hour later we're all sick, then you've got some evidence base to go on. But at the moment, there's nothing. So all we're trying to do is set a meeting up with him, let him come out, have a look, and discuss where we are, and then we'll see what comes of that. But I mean, I'll bring it back to the parish council, but I'm trying to see what we can do about it, if there's any need for it.
Can I just add to that? Under European legislation, they've just had a directive on rivers and running water saying, effectively, what they're actually doing is moving goalposts. So what they're saying is on Friday, your river and your water are actually running a quite reasonable clarity. And then on Monday, because we've moved goalposts, it's not. But can we not say we've got a contaminated well until we know we have?
Nobody's saying it's contaminated, Kevin. I can't prove it. So nobody's said it's contaminated. I mean, the same thing happened with the sewage works down there. They changed the European levels of whatever pollution, and that's why they had to put the new pipe in, because the reed beds didn't meet the criteria. They weren't filtering it enough. So you're right what you say. But I say nobody. I'm not saying it's contaminated. I have no idea. I'm trying to get a meeting of all parties concerned to see where we go and what we can do. No more than that at this moment in time. But trying to address Mrs. Wallen's concerns. And that's it.
Are you not able to ask Borough Council to do a water analysis?
Well, I wanted to.
Or just ask.
But he has suggested a meeting there before they do any tests here. And I can't tell him what to do his job.
Simple question.
No, and I'm giving you.
Ask them to do a water analysis.
They won't do it because he's given the reasons. We could do it, and he said it might be contaminated one time or whatever, but next time it might be okay. So I'm not going down that route. He's not got the staff to just come out and do it ad hoc like that, which is why
you're going to see it through anyway.
So I'm going to, I'll take it up. So
right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your
thanks.
attendance. We'll see you next month.
That water's never done me anyhow. That water never did me anyhow.
There you go.
That's my answer.